T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to the Play It By Ear podcast. The podcast where the topics may vary because, hey, we play it by ear. And now your hosts, Eric Fiskus, Brady Liming, and Todd Griffin.
Welcome to episode 78 of the Play It By Ear podcast. Todd Griffin is back amongst us.
Hey.
As is Brady Liming,
Hello.
who never left. Nor did I, Eric Fiskus. We're all here now, and the show is much better for it. Brady and I will say this also to myself. The show is missing something when one of the three of us is not here, and that's, the show is meant to be all of us, and again, Todd is just glad to see you back.
I'm glad to be back.
Amongst
Just a couple of freak health things, and then I am now also COVID free. So thank everyone for reaching out and asking how we were doing. So we're feeling much better and on the mend.
COVID free is the way to be.
Indeed.
Welcome, Allison.
Hey, Allison.
Hall of Famer. All right. Once again, episode 78 of the Play It By Ear podcast. If you have not been with us before, we all have a topic we bring to the table. One of our topics tonight is a continuation that we will speak of shortly. Actually, let me change this on the screen here.
I was going to say, you're in the wrong spot.
Same, Brady, I think you should go first since you're continuing the topic. So, yes, we all have a topic we'll bring to the table. We'll talk approximately 20-ish minutes on that topic, and topic discussion is unrehearsed. Bree is with us, and she is remarking upon your haircut, Andy Dalton.
I did get a haircut. And I'll say it again. I was rocking this dude before Andy Dalton was even thought of.
He wasn't born yet.
Man, I'm probably old enough to actually claim that. Yeah.
I was going to say, that could be a distinct possibility right there.
Long before he came to Cincinnati, I was rocking it. Mine just recedes a little further back than his does these days.
He's got a better beard than yours, though, now.
Yeah, I can't do much there. I did shave, too. I'm freshly shorn.
Freshly
Freshly
I'm like a sheep
shorn.
tonight.
Too young for that.
Whatever.
Hair's cut. Yes, Josh Michael, welcome.
To get my hairs cut.
All right, we have 10 people in the room. Chime in. Put your name on the billboard. Tell us you're here. We've got 3 people that have been brave enough to do that, so I want to hear from the rest of you. Visit our website, www.playbyyourpodcast.com.
Feel like I'm storming the border there.
I feel like I was on an episode of Fat Albert just now. I'm going to sing a song for you.
Yes. That menacing finger from a rotund man in a junkyard hanging out with a guy with a pink ski mask.
That was a great show. Great cartoon.
Is it a ski mask? Or is it a toboggan?
It's a
Stocking
ski
cap.
mask.
Stocking
'Cause it
cap.
came all the way down here, you know.
Yeah, it had his eyes
But-
in it.
Oh, it did have the eyes in it. Yeah, I was just thinking for some reason they covered the eyes. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a hat until my sister told me. Like when I was 5, I thought he had just a deformity, and
I am a little too old or young for the Fat Albert jokes. I don't. So they're just they just missed me.
You should look up.
shouldn't have fallen asleep on that one.
I mean, I know of the characters, and I know so at least I can be on the same page as you guys, but I just don't.
Yes.
I didn't watch it.
You should look up Rotund Alberto on YouTube.
Okay, I will.
Hello, Jim. Hello, Gary.
Hey, Jim and Gary.
Yo. All right. We are in order on the screen that we will do our topics. Brady, once again, with the continuation of a topic started last week.
Yes, we are going to continue our best gas station snack bracket. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Did you say gassed?
I think I did, and I didn't mean to, because I was looking at the station and I kind of ran the word together. Best gas station snack bracket.
Enunciate, sir. Enunciate.
Hold on, Brady.
Yes.
This one's for Todd. Don't know Fat Albert? That's like school on Saturday.
No class.
Okay.
All right.
Can I? I mean, I'm assuming that I can watch episodes of that online somewheres,
Oh, I'm sure.
somewhere.
You'll have to dig deep since the writer, creator, and voice man found himself in a pudding pop full of trouble.
Hello.
So to speak.
Oh, sorry,
I was
guys.
supposed to say, we better move on to these gas station snacks.
Moving right
away.
along. We don't want to put our audience to sleep. So,
You're putting them to sleep, Brady.
just like he did. All right.
Wow, I did not mean that. I was making the pudding joke. Wow. Wow. And we lost everybody for the rest of our entire lives.
Yep.
All right. So to
Yes, it was well played, Jim. Well played.
yes. So to recap the highlights from the first round, the best gas station snack bracket. We had a number 1 versus number 16, the Slurpee or the Icy combined, versus the Snyder's Pieces honey mustard. So they're the pretzel bites with honey mustard, and
I
and
voted
that-
for the upset there.
Yeah, yeah.
What was the lower seed again?
The lower seed was the mustard pretzels.
Oh yeah, I would go for the upset there.
So, you would?
I would go for the mustards pretzels over the
said it.
icy. I was never an icy, slushy, slurpy, burpy. I was never a fan of any of that stuff.
I made a qualification unless it was a frozen Coke. I
Yeah.
like frozen Coke.
A froke, if you will.
Awesome. Okay. So I believe Slurpee advanced, but it was against the protestations of our two hosts. We had the number 8 versus number 9 was fountain soda versus bottled Gatorade. And that one,
Sody pop.
yep.
Yep.
So soda advanced, fountain soda advanced quickly. Peanut, peanut.
Sometimes you feel
M&M.
Aminut. Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't.
Yes. Peanut M&Ms it versus Arnold Palmer's Arizona tea stuff. And that wasn't even like
Peanut M&Ms, yes.
pish posh.
Did you guys? I hadn't had a chance to catch the whole episode. Did you guys Was this audience vote? Is that what it was? Just like the cereal tourney? Okay.
Yes.
And throwing it to the pro tems over here if there was a tie. So
Yeah.
The number 4 versus number 13 was the roller dogs and taquitos on the roller thing versus the Chex Mix.
So you had to combine the roller dogs and the Tosquitos or whatever they are. You had to put them together. Taquitos.
The taquitos.
They had to be together.
Well, it's a to use a word that Eric used earlier. It's a rotund object that rolls, so it has to be like a hot dog or a taquito.
Obviously it's too late, but I would have put up a fight on that one because I like roller dogs, but I don't like the taquitos. Nor do I like the anything with the jalapenos chunks inside of them and stuff like that. But a good old roller dog, you can't beat it.
Oh yeah, tremendous, and it advanced handily. Because I mean, trail mix. Like I said, what kind of trail was that acceptable on? Like the trail to death.
Hansel and Gretel's trail.
The Oregon Trail.
You died of dysentery.
Exactly.
So speaking of trail mix, we go over to the other region, and it was trail mix versus Take 5, and I once again told it to march down that trail to Hades because Take 5 is amazing.
So like a Take 5, the candy bar with pretzel.
Yeah. Yep.
That's solid.
Yeah. Is that Reese's or is that?
Yes.
It's Hershey's.
I thought it was Hershey's.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
No, this says Reese's Take 5.
Really? I did not know it was a Take 5. It does. You're right.
Yeah.
Because Reese's now has like the big cups. But it's just
cups.
But there's pretzels inside of them.
Yeah.
So how is that different than a Take 5? I wonder.
Form.
Yeah.
One's a bar, and one is a disc, and one is a. Take 5s are squares.
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 So I have a complaint. To a candy bar complaint really quickly. The Reese's, I sent you guys a picture the other day. I was all excited. I go to the Dollar General and I see I'm getting myself some whatever, it doesn't matter, vitamins. And and I see in the checkout aisle, I see the king size Reese's Outrageous bar. And right on the picture, it has a slice, a sectional slice, and it shows the caramel, the peanut butter layers.
There's no caramel in that bar. It's caramel.
Yes, there is. Well, caramel. Sorry.
Caramel.
I thought we were going to have another celery argument here. but no. So and then underneath the chocolate layer, it has Reese's Pieces. I showed you guys the picture.
Yeah.
And Brady, you said it was fantastic. So I was all excited. Well, then I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, okay, do I need the king size? So I look down.
Viceroy size.
I look down and I see the standard size candy bar, same name, Reese's Outrageous. I buy the smaller candy bar, take it home. The next day, I'm at work and I decide I want a little snack. I open it up, I take a bite. There are no Reese's Pieces. It's peanuts around the edge of it. Peanuts.
Yeah.
So.
Now, peanuts?
I either had a screwed up candy bar, either they messed up at the Reese plant, or the king size Outrageous has something different in it than the standard size Outrageous.
Hey, you know what? That could cause someone to go into anaphylactic shock.
It could. So what I did was I ate half of the standard size Outrageous because I'm like, well, I'm gonna give it a try. I gave it its fair, its day in court, and then I ate a couple bites of it and I threw it away. During my planning period, I marched back over to Dollar General and I bought the king size Reese Outrageous, cracked it open, took a bite, and sure enough, glorious Reese's Pieces lining the edge. So I don't know why the standard size has different fill-ins in it.
Higher ranked, it's the king.
I guess so, but
now wait for the emperor size one. Then you're going to be really blown away.
But I'm ready to deem the king size Reese Outrageous as the best candy bar in the market right now. It is that good. You don't normally get Reese's with caramel in it. or caramel. Sorry, Fiscus.
Caramel.
And then you throw in the dermis of Reese's Pieces. You're
that'd be the epidermis, wouldn't it?
yeah, I guess so.
Oh man.
So on
Sorry.
a side note, I believe the Reese's people are missing a marketing situation here where they should come out with fish-shaped Reese's Pieces and call them Reese's Pisces.
And if two of them come in a pack, it'll be a Gemini and a Pisces.
Nice.
Exactly.
Reese's
Wow.
Pisces.
As a nod to one of the great sports films of all time, The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh.
You know, they could get in cahoots with the goldfish people and make that happen.
Could do that.
Yes.
The candy
Well-
bar that smiles back.
Because you decapitated it, it can't do anything else. But anyway, the 6 versus 11 seed, sunflower seeds versus energy drinks.
I took
God.
sunflower seeds by default because I just don't.
Yeah, I don't
drink
like
energy
sunflower
drinks.
seeds. All right, and so energy drinks advanced there, and then this was the pre-made gas station sandwich
Sandwich
versus combos.
Which flavor of combos?
It shows them all, the plethora.
Okay.
Just combos.
Your choice.
If
Your
it's
choice.
pizza, cheddar, or pepperoni, I'm in. But if it's nacho combos, I can't stand those.
There's nacho combos.
Those nacho combos. Those are my combos.
All right. So anyway, combos easily advanced on that one. And then the number 2 beef jerky versus the number 15 sour gummy worms. And I'm like, I don't like sour, when they just roll a good gummy in alum till your mouth shrinks and they throw that stuff on it. So, but I believe everybody went beef jerky almost on that one.
Do you find that sour candies are less effective the older you get?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes my jowls ache like something
Still,
fierce.
see, now I get nothing out of them. I mean, but when I was
Locks
younger,
my jaw.
Yeah, I
they
mean,
don't
you can
bother me
taste
any.
the sour, but it doesn't make your jowls scrunch up.
Doesn't get you back there where it feels like you're,
That tempular
mandible, like-
mandibular joint.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't like that at all. You want to watch a human being absolutely flip out is watch my mom eat or drink something sour. It even hits her harder than me, I think. Okay.
What is?
so,
Hang on a minute. What do you drink that's sour?
lemonade?
Oh, like something like that's what I was going to ask you if it was something citrusy.
That cool, refreshing.
Refreshing drink. And, sorry, Todd.
No need to apologize.
Some Eddie Murphy there. Okay,
We're gonna
so
win this race.
so now, gentlemen, we go back. Well, shoot, lost my picture.
How
there.
far back?
Prehistoric, man. No, so no, we're gonna go back and we're gonna visit the region. And this matchup is the Slurpee / Icy versus the Fountain Soda.
No contest.
No contest.
Even though I love me some ices, I gotta be
to
reasonable
me,
here.
A cup of colored froth does nothing for me. It literally, people will complain when they see the way a chicken nugget, you used to they put out the picture of like the tube, like the gross looking substance that makes a chicken nugget, but it's the same look. It's the same look as an icy or whatever they are at the gas station, and people love them. I mean, it's the same stuff. It's just
No, one's
frothy
cherry
mess.
and one's intestinal mass.
True, yeah. But it has the same look. I'm saying it has the same.
Yeah.
It
But-
looks like spit up. It looks like somebody. It's
Rope.
a giant spit up machine.
Sorry, I can actually envision a spit up machine for some reason.
So Brady, are you saying, or Todd, are you saying it's frozen
It's
Frozen.
It is frozen.
Thank you, Mike. But all right. If you're listening, Mr. Tyson, please don't be angry. That was so now we go to the other regional matchup. Peanut M&Ms.
Did anybody vote on that one? Did we?
I think we lost everybody.
Well, no, we've got there are 9 people in the room.
Yeah.
Audience, we're always wanting your votes on these things. So,
Yeah, my vote is the frozen cola.
Yeah,
Yes,
or
indeed.
the frozen cola or the fountain cola.
Oh, which one was it? Which one was the?
It's icy, Slurpee slushy versus fountain sodas.
Oh, fountain sodas.
Yeah, that's just easy. You know,
Sody
it's-
pops.
I love an
Okay.
icy, but if I'm eating like a big old pizza or something, I don't want an icy. I want something to wash it down, and icy is an almost dessert to me. So
Icy
All
tastes
right.
like a frozen burp. It tastes like a frurp.
I
It should be called frurpies.
I'm sitting here drinking a black cherry soda, and I assure you, it does not taste like burp yet. No. But so going on to peanut M&Ms versus roller dogs. I see the occasion where I do really like those roller dogs, but I gotta be in the mood for it. But I'm always in the mood for a peanut M&M.
It's kind of where I am too.
See, I don't normally though. There's not very many times I'm like, man, I'm gonna stop in and get a bag of gas station peanut M&Ms.
Well, the same
But there are
M&Ms that you
times
get at
where
a
I
gas station,
there are
right?
times where I've been like, you know what? I only have 99 cents in my pocket.
Protein, darn it.
I need a roller dog from a gas station. I can get 2 of them for 99 cents.
Where do you get 2 for 99 cents?
I think you used to be able to at Speedway, or 2 for $1 or something like that. 2 for $1.50.
Those are the possums headed the intersection.
Well,
They
and then you
throw
got
them
the bucket area of mustard where you got to put it's like a trough of mustard, a trough of ketchup,
Talk about
a
throw
trough
up.
of mayonnaise. There's not even the, you know what I'm talking about? It's not in the
Yeah,
packets. It's
yeah.
just in a vat. And my least favorite though, the square bucket o relish that's been there for who knows how long.
It's shredded
It's
dandelions
relic.
from the
It's relic
landscaper.
relish. Because I don't like relish, and I definitely don't like relish that's been sitting there all weekend.
I do like relish as long as it's dill relish. Don't want no sweet relish.
Nope.
I want
I don't want to know what
mangled.
you have in your bakery.
I want mangled pickles on my hot dogs. I do not want sweet relish.
The pickle mangler, I believe that was a medieval torture device.
For those who committed adultery.
Yeah, exactly.
Ring him.
But so you don't like sweet pickles, Eric?
What's
Pardon
that?
me?
You don't like sweet pickles, Eric?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not think they're excellent.
No sweet pickles. No bread and butters pickles.
Oh, I like some breads.
Only dill pickles.
I like breads and butters pickles.
No breads and butters pickles.
Okay. So the other region, we had the Take 5 versus energy drinks. In my opinion, this is a stomping.
No contest.
Oh yeah, I'm not an energy drink person.
Yeah.
I guess
So-
our audience is choosing not to vote because we haven't got any votes on anything. So I guess it's up to us.
Yes. Earbuds, come on. But, or maybe we're just being dazzling tonight and we've just lulled them into a sense of pure entertainment
Exactly.
and we've left them stunned.
Pure energy.
Well, sure. Everyone has an opinion on gas station fares. Certainly.
Josh Michael.
Josh Michael, take 5.
Take 5 was the easy one there. And then once again, we go down to the last region where we have the combos versus the beef jerky. Now, even though neither one of those are my favorites, I know that other people are very passionate about both of these.
Here's what you do. You take a combo and you suck out the chi in the middle. And then you do that to about 6 or 7 of them, and then you just line them up on a Slim Jim. Just fish the Slim Jim through the the combo skeleton.
No,
and then you dip all of that in Cheese Whiz, and you got yourself a nice snack.
Now wait a minute. The cheese inside of a combo is basically dried up Cheese Whiz anyway.
Well, but you got to get that out to shove the Slim Jim through there.
You have to impale the combi.
You get you some of that spray can cheese, and then
with that Slender James.
All right, so now we're getting votes. We've shamed them into voting. Allison's energy drinks are so bad for you, so by default she voted the Take 5. Jim says combos.
1 combo.
Gary says yerky.
1 yerky.
Josh says yerky.
Yerky.
2 yerky.
Allison yerky.
Oh.
Although Gary also votes for the combo Jim.
Where do you have to go now? Where do you have to go? There's got to be a combo Jim.
And we have turned Dennis off. Welcome, Dennis. We've turned Dennis off of gas station fare forever.
Do you ever wish that combos were longer? Like, why don't they make like a good 3-inch long combo?
Who would know? Maybe it's the mechanism to get the cheese inside there would not be functional
or cost effective.
Bring in the fire hose.
Cost effective if it had that much cheese.
The fire hose.
Full of yeast. Okay. So now we are down to the final 4.
Yes.
Ready? Da-da-da-da-da-da. So fountain soda versus did the peanut M&Ms win, or did the roller dogs?
We didn't finish.
Yeah,
I don't think we did.
I voted hat dag, and Eric voted peanut M&Ms.
No, I didn't vote M&Ms. I didn't vote anything. But what I was going to say was, at the greatest level, what is better, the roller dog or the peanut M&Ms? Because the peanut M&Ms brings it to the game every time, but can they achieve the level of the roller dog when you're really craving the roller dog?
And like you said, though, there's consistency with peanut M&Ms where you might get a roller dog that's good 3/4 of the way down the dog, and then the last part of the dog might be hard.
That hot dog handle that got too close to the roller.
Yeah, exactly. It's got roller burns on it.
Convenience.
Roller.
It's my endorsement.
It's got roller chafing.
Roller rash. Sounds like somebody.
I'm going roller dog though.
I think I want roller dog too, even though I think most people would choose M&Ms, but I'm going roller dog.
Any votes
on roller dog?
So we'll go with that.
Well, now we actually the audience is going against us. M&Ms. M&Ms. It's our only 2 votes. Gary, soda good for any gas station visit, correct? Josh says the best jerky is Mingua.
There are so many jokes there.
Oh man, I can't even look at you guys right now. I'm looking down. So we're gonna go with.
Well, yeah,
the roller.
We all 3 voted roller dog, right?
Yeah.
So any other votes in the M&M versus roller dog? Brewer, welcome, Kyle. Bad experience with a roller dog, a hairy roller dog, if you will.
If you will. Once again, from the possum that was hit across the street, they can't get all the hair up.
Jim, M&M's late night roller dogs remind me of the dried up lady from Something About Me, Magda. Nice. That is a true statement. You cannot take the roller dogs that have been on there for hours. Airs. You got to go. I believe you have to go to the gas station right around the dinner time hour because the roller dogs are being replenished on a regular basis.
The best time to get the roller dogs is for brunch because they just slap them on there near the end of breakfast.
But then
ready
they
for the lunch
grab
rush.
that sausage.
Oh, yeah.
Instead, that's the worst. You're sitting there about ready to bite into a delicious dog.
And it's never like regular sausage. It's always like maple, blueberry, powdered sugar
spice
sausage stick.
Yeah.
Cake batter sausage dog.
Josh just tossed you a softball. Yes, you did. Gary, those long rolling dogs resell as jerky.
Yeah.
There's the marketing ploy right there.
All right.
It's like the longer they are on the roller, the longer they get. It's kind of like taking Play-Doh, and the longer you do that,
the guy leaves the machine on over the weekend. It's like 10 feet long, like an anaconda ate a hot dog.
It's hanging off the sides of the roller.
The end of it's hanging in the relish. The other end's in the garbage can.
That sounds like lyrics, man. One end's in the relish, the other in the garbage can. That sounds like some deep Dylan-esque thing. Anyway, so I'm just moving on. The Take 5 versus the Beef Jerky.
Ooh.
Take 5.
So are we talking beef jerky as in, earlier I assumed you meant Slim Jims, but maybe you mean...
No, like the good kind.
Chunks of jerky, a bag, like a sacket of jerky?
Sacket
of
jerky.
In the picture, the jerky is Jumbo Jack's Links.
Yeah, okay. That's my favorite kind of jerky. That's my favorite shape and form of jerky. I like that better than the jerky sticks. Or the Slim Jims. So I'm going to go jerky over Take 5. If it's teriyaki flavored, it's even better.
Yeah. I believe I am going jerky also.
Nope. Take 5. Josh says jerky. Mingwa. What about my soda? Did we not vote on the soda?
Soda was soda's still in there.
Well, we didn't do the frozen soda yet, did we? Or the frozen cola?
Yeah, that was eliminated, but the icy Slurpee.
Yeah, icy Slurpee
eliminated the
combo. Eliminated by the soda.
The fountain
drink. There was never a frozen. So Eric was saying a frozen Coke or a frozen. Would have okay, but it wasn't one of the options.
Yeah.
No, it was only the probably the red icy or the blue raspberry.
Yeah.
Smurf Whiz. Okay, so here comes the matchup. Roller Dog versus Fountain Soda for the finals.
You gotta have
the finals.
That's a fact. You got to have both. You can't have one without the other.
You can't have one without the other.
Soda and roller dogs.
Soda and roller dogs
go together like blah
soda
blah sweat hogs. Soda.
I'm going roller dogs.
I got to go with the soda. There is no drink better on this earth, and it doesn't matter what variation of soda. Always better out of the fountain. Always.
I could drink a bottle of water and enjoy my roller dog.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, when I get that soda, I can't substitute a roller dog unless I get a Vienna sausage or something, and can't cook it on the road. So
Vienna sausage on the roller. That's what Brady needs in his gas station.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Got to get some snap to it.
Some roller treat.
Yeah, real quick, guys, and I kid you not. I just thought of this. This was on my memories. I'll pull it up. My memories on Facebook. It says, this was 6 years ago today. I received the worst or the most disappointing Speedway freebie coupon I've ever received. And this was my free Speedy Rewards instant coupon that day. A free maple griddle cake with a jalapeno and cheddar smoked sausage.
Like together?
Yes. Here you go.
That is. No wonder
What are
those things away.
What are the chances? So I wasn't exaggerating when I said a birthday cake jalapeno sausage link. That's close.
And I'm assuming you didn't cash that in.
Oh no, I didn't. No, that was in the morning. I'd have had to call in sick half the day after eating that.
The O-ring couldn't handle that one in the morning. All right.
A little too much PSI.
Pork square inch. All right. So, play it safe with soda. I think so. I think we're outvoted, Todd. I think soda's going on.
Did it?
See, here's the thing, and it's sort of the same argument that we had with the peanut M&Ms versus the roller dog. The peanut M&Ms, solid every time. The roller dog, when you really wanted it, I mean, you really want it. Soda, however, is solid, but it's solid at a higher level than the peanut M&Ms are. That's my take.
I can see that.
I can see that. Yeah.
Well, and plus, see, I think the roller dog is only as good as, well, there's a couple things. The buns and the little drawer you pull out underneath of them that are in the saran, like they're wrapped up like the News Democrat. They have to be nice and soft.
Yeah.
And then again, your vat of mustard, vat of ketchup, and it's got to also have a good ketchup and mustard delivering device in it, like a spoon, like one of those long necked spoons.
You don't want the big button.
I don't like the button. No, no. And then tell me you've never done this when it has the shredded cheese. The shredded cheese option in your gas station. Tell me you don't take the top layer of cheese off and throw it in the garbage because it's always hard. The top layer is always you gotta knock off. It's always hard. Who eats the? If I wanted Funyuns on my hot dog, I would get Funyuns. I don't want a hard crispy cheese shred on my hot dogs.
You got to plumb the cheese.
You do. You got to at least turn it over. You got to get the bottom up to the top and
you have to do cheese abrasion.
You got to do some work. So I will admit that the roller dog, for it to be at the level of, like you said, the top notch soda pop, and it has to have everything lined up correctly. There's a lot that can go wrong with the roller dog. Even if you got an exquisite dog, the rest of it it might mess it up. So I can see that. That's a solid argument, Eric.
Yes. I agree.
Hello, Savannah.
Hey, Savannah.
Gary, too many variables.
There are a lot of variables.
Jim says, "Skin your cheese."
Skin your cheese.
Yes.
Ski your cheese.
And Gary, being the businessman that he is, now, do you run these rules in Sardinia Perk? I mean, are you reselling things or different things? Because now you're saying the hard cheese resold in combos.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Not a bad idea.
true. Keeps
So
costs down.
The finals: soda versus beef jerky.
Soda.
Well, if soda took out the roller dog, it's got to take out the beef jerky. No, you know what, though? I'm like you, Brady. I can enjoy my beef jerky with a bottle of water or a bottle of soda.
Oh, yeah. I'll just get that Coke out of the... Yeah.
Yeah.
If I want
good.
soda, we're going to do that.
Yeah. That changes everything. Just dawned on me. I can get other sodas than the fountain soda if I have to.
Yeah, you all should be disqualified immediately when you have the fountain soda option. You choose the bottle. I mean, who does that?
No. We don't choose the bottle.
The bottle chooses us.
Yes, because I'm still having soda, though it'd be a slightly lesser form. The beef jerky, I can say, oh, I need this in a lesser form.
Of course, it cracks me up that whatever invisible rules of this game allow us to have bottled soda, but we can't just go ahead and buy a fountain soda and beef jerky. Like, but I agree. I think it kind of goes into what Eric's saying a little bit, except the reverse of it. A bag of beef jerky. First off, it's consistent. It's solid, much like the soda, unless the soda's running low on like syrup or whatever they're the product to make it. Then it gets nasty.
Yeah, it tastes
That's
like dry seltzer.
I had a pop out of the Coca-Cola. What do they call those things? The
Dispensers.
No, the one where you can get 18,000 different.
Oh yeah,
kinds.
yeah.
Now, if you go to Wendy's, now they're touchless.
Touchless.
Which I've never looked so much like an old man as I was in Wendy's trying to figure out how to scan the damn
that newfangled
code to get my soda to pour. I was holding my cup up to the picture of the scan little scan thing, and it wasn't working. And like, well, I can't do that because I got to have my cup down here. Then I realized you take a picture of it, just like I didn't realize that is how you did it. But it's pretty cool. You just put your cup there and you pick it on your phone, and it pours it right in the cup.
There's too much work involved in all that.
Did that? I don't. Just
you know
crank
what?
that sucker in there.
Well, no, I will push the buttons to get what I want, and then I will wash my finger. Much easier.
Wash your finger, just
Wash
your
your
button
finger.
finger.
My button finger, exactly.
They should have a button. They should have a button finger washer right there. You just
Oh,
like a
I
golf
thought you were
ball.
going for like a glove for your touch finger.
No, like a golf ball cleaner. You just put your button finger in there. Button finger, not butt and finger.
Oh.
Yeah. Depends on your discomfort, I guess.
So, I think in that roundabout, it looks like it's beef jerky.
Jerky. Mingwa. Jerky protein boost.
I say jerky.
I say
Soda.
Shaman.
Shaman.
But here's the great thing: we can have it all. We can go in there and we can have beef jerky, a roller dog, a sody pop, and a bag of peanut M&Ms.
Thank you, Jim. Jim's with the soda.
And get a combo to go.
You're the best around. Nothing's ever gonna bring you down. You're the best. Is that what we're singing to the jerky right now?
Yep.
I think it's keep you down though. Nothing's ever.
Oh, is it?
Nothing is it? Be the best.
Nothing's
Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. Yeah,
That's what I thought I said.
you said bring you down.
Sorry.
Bruce.
All right. So
Bruce.
beef jerky.
Speaking of Mingwa, Bruce.
So Jerky, the champ of the gas station snack
You're the best.
tournament.
All right. That was fun, folks.
It was. All right. Visit our website, and you can go to our support page, and you can read our ode to our Play It By Ear podcast. It is a labor of love for us. If you would like to help support us, you can go there, click on the Buy Me a Coffee link at the bottom of the page. It will take you to our crowdsourcing platform, buymeacoffee.com, and you too can join our Hall of Fame. Names listed there. We have how many Hall of Famers in the room? The top two there. Savannah and Allison are in the room with us. Chuck Griffin, Jessica Longacre, Rhonda Reeser, Christy Rocky, Joe Rocky.
I know Chuck watches on YouTube.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, YouTube.
I thought he was Thought he was strictly an audio guy.
No, I believe he watches on YouTube. Yeah.
Nice.
He used to be strictly an audio guy.
Well, hello, Jack.
But I don't know if he watches live. It's on YouTube after it's live, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's archived there.
Yeah. I'm not sure he's watching it.
Well, we know this because look at what's on our list.
Oh, yeah. Where's
where is it? Where'd you
It's
put it,
gone.
buddy? There it is, right there in Card Sharks.
Cat
Right there.
Buttle.
And I just love the striking amount of just absolute paragons of maturity that we have worked so hard to keep a cat on our site. It's wonderful.
I've got a Microsoft Edge tab talking to me. I can't mute. I don't know what that was. The Snacket was talking to me. All right.
Snack it.
Snag it.
All right. Todd, your topic.
All right. So my topic tonight, there's a whole lot said about dad jokes out there, and so I found this this meme, and it's not really dad jokes. I would call it dadisms, and they are things that are just known as something dads say. And when you look at it as a dad of a certain age, I see many things that I definitely heard with like our generation of parents, of dads, and some of them I've even said myself. So I'm going to ask everybody as I read through these. Number one is to say whether you heard it or a variation of it. And number two, I would like everyone to envision, if they did, I want everybody to just to think about the good old days where their dad was saying this. Maybe your dads are, you're lucky enough to still have your dad with you. Maybe your dad has passed on, but either way, I kind of want this to be a little throwback to the good old days. So anyway, without further ado, I have a list, and it says, it's not a list, it's a meme, but it says, how dad are you? So tell me if you've ever heard this, Jim. When a cashier has trouble scanning an item, dad says, I guess it's free then.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Good old. Every dadism almost needed like an elbow to elbow the person they were saying it to. Yeah, yes, it's free then, right? No charge for old dad.
Yeah, and you got to make some kind of off face.
You're having a grandma.
If you were a dad in the 40s, it's like, I guess it's free then, dame.
You see?
You see, dame, it's free. No charge for pops, dame.
Who are you, Humphrey Bogart?
I guess Humpty Bogart. All right. Next. Found it after pointing a stud finder at your chest.
Now, see, I believe that is a more recent ism right there.
You think so? But is the technology, maybe it wasn't around all the time. A stud finder wasn't,
Well, it's not something of that ilk that I could see my dad saying. And maybe
I see what you're saying. Well, you're saying that maybe just one calling themselves a stud is more of a modern.
Yes.
Yeah, I have used that joke many a times. With my stud finder. All right. Looks like we'll have to amputate when any kid has a minor injury.
Okay, so
3 days ago.
That's got to come off.
Okay. Variation thereof, since I don't know what your list is, and this may be on your list. Kid gets an injury. Rub some
dirt on it.
There you go.
Rub some dirt on it.
Rub some dirt on it.
But that's not as sarcastic though as it looks like we're going to lose that one, or you're going to have to amputate that one. All right, next one. Let's rock and roll when it's time to leave. I say that a lot. I say let's rock and roll. I say it to my students when it's time to switch classes and things like that. My dad was just very simply, let's go when it was time to leave.
Get up and move. That was more.
When a kid takes too long in the bathroom, did you fall in?
Right?
Yeah.
I've used that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When someone mistakes left from right, no, your other right.
Yeah.
Everybody's used that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I froze out for a second. What was that last one?
When someone mistakes their left for right, you say, no, your other right.
The other right. Oh, yeah. Frequently.
Before looking at the bill, what's the damage?
What's the damage?
Usually always to a waiter or a waitress to embarrass you.
Okay, again on that same note, will I have to take out a second mortgage?
Exactly. Or one of my favorites, I believe the boy's going to pay for this one.
And that's what the requisite elbow to the ribs.
Yeah.
Am I going to have to wash dishes after this?
No, I know what the face is, Brady. It's the Judge Schmale's face.
Oh, that's what it is.
When you see a neighbor washing their car, can you do mine next? While you're at it.
Yep.
So got comments from the audience here. Welcome, Karen.
Hello, Karen.
Referring to when you said, I guess it's free then to the cashier. Dale Lewis every single time. And then she goes on to say, after we've gone through the list a bit, this list is making me realize that Dale Lewis is Danny Kratzer, which is Karen's father.
Oh, I was going to say, almost all of these, if my own dad didn't say them, one of my uncles did. And I think the king of dadisms for me growing up was my Uncle Danny. Danny there's a couple on the list coming up that he would say a lot to me. So I have fond memories of Uncle Danny with a lot of these.
Right.
My Uncle Dennis, to an extent, some of his were a little more colorful.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
All right, I got a few more comments here.
Go ahead.
Josh said his dad would say, "Hold your tongue right."
Yeah, or like if you weren't doing something like catching fish or something, they would say you're not holding your tongue right or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
right,
well, is that what it is? Okay, I thought it was like a way of saying "shut up," or "don't backtalk me." Like hold your tongue right, because I was like, well, why not left?
It's the same idea as the old antenna on your TV that you had to put your hand on and then make some sort of to get the picture to kind of hold your tongue right. Jim, I can't remember which one. I saw the comment come up and I can't remember which one Jim said yesterday to us. Oh, amputate, that's the one.
Yeah, the amputate one.
Yeah. Brewer, that'll put hair on your chest. I bet that's on your list.
No matter what it is you're eating, like if you don't want to eat it, to put hair on your chest. Like when you're 5 years old, you want hair on your chest. I never understood that. Like, how is that an argument to try to get me to eat something that I don't want to eat? So not only am I going to eat this nasty crap, but I'm going to wake up with a tuft of hair on my chest, a chest fro.
Luscious V.
Brewer also says, when I would ask my father-in-law where he was going, he'd always reply, "Crazy, want to go?"
Crazy, want to go. My parents were always going to see a man about a horse.
Man about a horse, and we've talked about that one on here before.
Yeah, always disappointed that they came home with no horse.
Horseless.
It was a bunch of horse.
Sans horse.
All right. The classic, after falling asleep on the couch. Oh, no, I was just resting my eyes.
So let's talk about that one for a moment. Why is it, and I will put myself in that as well, why is it that we don't want people to watch us sleep?
It's a sign of weakness.
I don't want people watching me sleep.
No, of slovenliness, laziness.
Yeah. I think it goes back again to where men were supposed to be, manly and not, you weren't supposed to see them at their weakest. And when you're sleeping, you're vulnerable and weak. So I think it was.
Well, but women say that too, though.
True. Yeah. Yeah. My mom would say that quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's very odd. Like, me, I'm more like, no, I was sleeping for 3 hours. That's why I didn't answer you. I mean,
I wanted to take a nap on my couch.
All right. This one, I know all of us have heard this, and I've used it more times than I care to say. When seeing a friend in public, well, I guess they'll let anyone in here, won't they?
It's funny because he was a Scot.
It doesn't matter where you are. You could be at literally anywhere growing up. The feed mill, dad would see another guy. I guess they'll just let anybody in the feed mill, won't they?
There goes the neighborhood.
Why, yes, they will let anyone in the feed mill.
Yes, they would. Yes,
I mean,
they would.
It really doesn't make much sense. Oh, so it's just open for anyone to come in, huh?
Like you didn't want to mess with the riffraff.
Yeah. All right. When seeing traffic on the other side of the road, glad we're not going that way. I do that all the time. Like every time I'm going like into Cincinnati, maybe at the end of an evening, and then they're coming out.
So
Lucky I'm not them.
So let's go back to the they'll let anyone in here thing. So what is the retort to that?
You point at them and you go, obviously.
Exactly.
You just reverse it. You just flip it on
them. Yeah. Yes, they do, because you just walked in.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Good point, though. I mean, that's the thing. It really isn't much. I mean, it's kind of a weird insult.
It is.
It's just some good old friendly joshing, some good ribbing, but still, it doesn't make much sense.
And something along those same lines, you hear not people necessarily say this, but I wouldn't want to be a member. I wouldn't want to be in a club that would have me as a member.
Never heard that one.
Yeah.
Is that like a self insult? Like I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, kind of.
Here's one. After forgetting your keys, can't get very far without these, can ya?
So,
look, horses. When driving past horses. I am guilty of that. I am guilty of that.
Well,
cows.
Yep, beavers.
Beavers.
What are we going to do about them damn beavers?
Gary, swing hammer, miss nail. Are you trying to
scare it?
Yep. Savannah, or what you see when you ain't got a gun. My dad uses that one. What you see when you ain't got a gun. Go ahead.
Yeah, I until I read that, I never really thought about how guilty I am of saying something about the herd of animals in the field almost every time I pass them. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Cows, guys. There's
buzzards.
Or I'll just say something like, "I wonder what those cows are doing." Just stuff like that, and I don't do it to be funny. I just
Dad.
Yeah.
So now here's the question though about that same situation. What did you do when you were younger, before you were a dad, when you saw a herd of cattle in a field and you stop your car? What would you do? Move. Move. And the cow looking at you like, man, you're a dumbass.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
This guy.
Utterly terrible.
I'm not paying to heat the whole neighborhood when you're standing there with the door
open. Last week.
I was going to say, that was probably my number one. Close the door was probably the number one thing I was told growing up. Either the door going outside or the refrigerator door. And looking back, I did have a bad habit of, as soon as I walked in the house, I would go to the fridge and just stand there with the door open, looking in the refrigerator for minutes. Yeah. Don't know why. I mean, I knew,
along those
pretty much knew what was in there.
Take a picture; it'll last longer.
All right. It's not heavy. It's just awkward when carrying something heavy. Again, that goes back to the sleeping thing. You don't want vulnerability. You don't want to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Right.
People don't know how to drive in this town. In every town you're in.
Oh, my dad was like, it did not matter what town it was. Gotta be careful here. Cops will get you.
Oh, yeah. Yep. They might even have a cop. The town cop retired 38 years ago.
Yeah. And they nominated on the internet a house cat to be the sheriff, and that kind of deal. I was like, that cop will get you.
All right. We needed this rain every time it rains.
Sitting there neck deep in a flashlight.
It's true though. I mean, like you could live on the least closest to a farm ever. Like your yard could be concrete, and when it rains, your dad would be like, "We needed that rain. Why? Why do we need that rain? Our livestock did not depend on it. We have no yard.
This isn't the Oregon Trail."
I think we have the audience has gone crazy with their comments here. Jim, you would forget your head if it weren't attached.
Oh yeah, I heard that a lot.
Good dadism. He also says you'd make a better door than you do a window, even though you're a pain.
I never heard that. Even though you're a pain.
That. That's an addition I've never heard either.
But that was one. That was definitely an Uncle Danny. You make a better door than you do a window. I heard that a lot growing up. Yeah. That was on another list I had.
Gary, phone rings. Every time I hear that thing, it's ringing.
That's definitely my dad, Whoopi Goldberg, and every time I hear that phone, it's ringing.
Dennis, you born in a barn, close the door. Yes.
I want to know what barn stays open anyway. I thought people were very vigilant about closing their barns.
Oh, speaking of, okay, yeah, there's another one. Zip or unzipped? What do you walk up to your son and say?
Barn door's open.
Yeah. Well, here comes the horse.
Brewer leaving lights on in the house. Dad would yell, "If it's not in use, turn off the juice."
Oh, that's great.
Nice.
All right. That's how they get you after declining additional warranty protection.
Yes, I have used that one.
To this day, I turned down every extended warranty, because of my dad, well up into my adult years.
It's
that's how they get you.
Behind you. That's how they get you.
Like you're going to be laying in your bed at night, and the people that sold you the warranty are just going to come up and grab you down Freddy Krueger style and pull you into the bed.
A bar of soap and a sock. The old Code Red right there.
He's just going to be some dude in a pair of khakis and a polo shirt who's going to come and say, "Get you."
Shoot. Oh, I hurt.
I think the funniest part about that, though, is this, and that generation of dads, they believed it. It wasn't that it wasn't that they were messing with you, or they believed it wholeheartedly. They didn't say
it. They will get you in this town.
They didn't say it in a way. They didn't say it in a way laughing about it like we do now.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, there was no laughing. It was as straight faced as. That's how they get you. That's the way, the only way they get you, right there.
That is
if you want to be gotten, go ahead and do that.
I'm with you, Brady. I'm in pain right now. And it was that's how they get you. It was that one that did it.
All right.
And you're
back already?
I've turned down every extended warranty in my life because of that.
Because you don't want to be gotten.
No, you do not want to be gotten.
Back already?
Shall not be gotten.
All right, two-parter here. Back already? How was it? When someone comes back inside because they forgot something.
That was quick.
Didn't stay long. And my personal favorite at the end of this list, after tying something down, that's not going anywhere.
You have to say that with your hands on your hips, like you've just visited Flavor Country.
Like they just tied the best, nautical, I don't know, like they just
Euclidean
broke a world record with the knot they just tied, and literally all they put was a couple of worn out bungee cords around it. That's not going anywhere.
Okay, so question on that note. Were you ever in a situation with your dad where they said something to that effect, that's not going anywhere or something, and the opposite happened? Like,
oh, yes.
Somewhere.
I was actually getting ready to bring that up. Yeah. So I distinctly remember I was probably either late high school, maybe right after graduation, and my cousin Jason and my uncle, lived down the road from us, and my uncle Dennis needed to borrow an air compressor. And so I had Dad's truck, and it had the sliding, the window in the back, the sliding window for the cab.
Right.
And Dad tied up the air compressor to the back, like right up again the window area, and he did his normal bullshit bungee cord, tying. And sure enough, I go down and I take a right turn into Dennis's driveway. Mind you, I was going slow because where they lived, you kind of had to slow down to go, And as soon as I take the right turn, it falls over, busts out the back window of the cab, and I was scared shitless. And my Uncle Dennis had to call down and tell Dad that it wasn't my fault and all this and that stuff. And again, it was the old, that's not going anywhere. He might not have said it, but he thought it.
He had that look on his face. That's not
and I guarantee you, when it happened, he still didn't blame the person who put it in there and tied it down. It was the driver who took a right turn. I was going too fast when I turned into the driveway.
Yes, you should not have been making turns.
Yes.
That was your
so,
fault.
Dad, if you're listening, that was your fault.
Now, Chuck, if you're listening on YouTube right now, we would love to hear your comment on that situation.
We're just going to see squigglies.
He's going to say he likely doesn't know how to comment on. I don't know though. He'll surprise you. He's been using emojis lately on his text, and he's going to have to cut that out.
Jim, about the extended warranty, that's where they'll get you because they thought they could fix anything, or so they thought. That's correct. Gary, you'll live, but you're sure going to be ugly.
Oh, I remember Grandma Griffin saying that. Yep.
Yeah. Be crying about something. You'll live. You'll still be ugly. See, I never got the "you'll still be ugly" thing. It's not that I wasn't, but Miss Wilson, welcome. My dad said to my brother who was picking his nose, "Is there a dance tonight? I see you're cleaning out the hall."
Can I say it? And they're going to do the boogie?
Nice. I don't remember that one, but I do remember the very great. Similar. Whenever you were scratching your hind end, the old you going to the movies? I see you're picking your seat.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, jeez.
Bacon brownies. I never understood that one.
Probably more like
here's a couple that weren't on the list. They weren't on the meme, but there's a couple extra I want to throw in before my time's over. Dads love telling kids, "Oh no, they're coming for you," whenever they hear a siren in the distance. I can remember that a lot. You better hide, they're coming for you.
Can I throw one out there?
Yeah.
Corn's looking good this year.
No matter how tall it is.
No matter what the corn looks like.
Or knee high by the 4th of July. Looking good.
Dads love saying, "Don't spend it all in one place," when they give you the tiniest amount of money.
Yes.
Dads love saying they don't make them like they used to after anything breaks for any reason whatsoever.
Of course, that's not untrue. They don't make them like they used to.
Oh, that is true. Or you're right, that is
like when they made computers back in the Harry Truman years.
Yeah.
And this one, a personal fave that I've used many, many times as an adult. Dads love walking into work and saying, "So, you guys working hard or hardly working?"
Wah, wah.
Wow.
Jim with a classic here. I'm surprised it wasn't on the list. "Stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about."
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I never understood that one either.
So that leave you going.
I mean, I know the idea is basically saying that you're crying over nothing, but I never understood why your parent would want to replace your crying with more crying.
Or inflict the punishment on you to get you crying.
I guess they're saying if I'm going to listen to this BS crying, then at least it's going to be something that
a foreign object's going to be involved. Like a paddle.
Nicely done.
Nicely done. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So, gentlemen, what percentage of those things we just listed would you say that you use on a regular basis?
98%.
A variation of them, yeah, I would say a very high percentage, yeah. There are some things that I think there are some things that are lost in this generation. Like, I don't usually tie things down and say that's not going anywhere because I don't have enough confidence in my dad tying ability, like dads from our generation of dads had.
Be careful, you don't want to be anywhere around this.
I'm going to be, exactly. But they were a little bit cocky when you think about it. To just believe that their tying was going to it could withstand everything, hurricane winds and everything else.
Like the football a little early, I think sometimes.
Yeah, but again, in all seriousness, I think that goes back to that generation. They were raised to. There was no weakness. There was
right.
You didn't question it. You didn't doubt it. If they tied it, you can count on it. If they say it, you can count on it. If they tell you that's how they get you, then damn well that's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Miss Wilson, if making a face like crossing your eyes at someone, he'd say, if you keep doing that, your face will freeze like that.
Yeah, I was told that a lot, and it did. Just
the home for frozen face, the Shriners frozen face children. Like all the kids are like, forever.
Gary simply says, I've never heard those before. I will guarantee you, Gary Troutman, that Jerry Troutman used those.
Yeah,
and
Gary's probably
he's
probably in the same boat that I'm in. If his dad didn't say it, at some point his uncle said it. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. We grew up with our uncles around. Most of us did anyway, quite a bit. So you heard it somewhere.
Powerful things from my uncles.
Yes, Brady, your Ripley uncles were colorful.
Oh my! Be like Papa, not like Sis.
If we ever have a special, which we've talked about it before, if we ever have a special adult rated podcast episode where then I can maybe get into some more of my Uncle Dennis isms, but
yeah, so that would be definitely an after hours episode. Play it by ear after hours.
With Billy D. Williams.
All right. Once again, want to talk about our website and play by ear isms. And we will give you the definition of one we talked about earlier when talking about the roller dogs. And those are handles. And we were talking about the part of the dog that is too close to the roller for too long. The handle, part of the food item that has been held betwixt your fingers that is cast aside as rubbish. Because it has ceased to be food, it becomes a disposable utensil. Now, Brady will create handles out of any food, whether it's edible or not.
Yeah, I have a feeling growing up, if Brady was ever told to clean his plate, it was wasted on him because I guarantee you he never cleaned his plate.
That is an outstanding question, Brady Liming. Were you ever told to clean your plate?
Not.
You couldn't have.
I mean, I was told not to waste food. I got told another dadism. Were your eyes bigger than your stomach?
Or the whole, like, there are hungry kids in whatever country that came to their mind at the time.
Starving kids in Portugal.
Yeah. And I'm not making fun of you, Brady, because I'll be honest with you, I was not raised to make like you clean your plate, that kind of thing. But I just got to thinking like they would have been wasting their breath telling Brady to clean his plate when his handles are stacked up like a food volcano on his plate.
That's a nasty command anyway. Leftover cold gravy and everything. Like I'm expected to grovel on it.
Well, if your Javi's got cold, then you were eating too slowly.
Right.
You got to sop up all the gravy with the biscuit.
I don't like gravy. Not a gravy guy.
I can't imagine going through life and not liking gravy.
Yeah.
I tell you what that is. That's a life of dry mashed potatoes. That's what that is.
I have managed this half century of my life without gravy.
Sir, your biscuits are arid. May your biscuits be arid. May your biscuits be arid and your potatoes be dry.
Moist old turkey should make me cry.
A drunk man in a saloon, like, may your biscuits be arid and your taters be dry.
Voice.
Hey, while there is such a thing as butters, my taters nor my biscuits will be dry. So have that. Have that. All right, Miss Wilson, Dad also told the boys to eat their vegetables so they'll grow up and have hair on their chest before their mom.
You bring up a good point, Miss Wilson. So how come you were daughters also told back then to eat this because it'll put hair on your chest? I mean, was that just a son thing? Was that saved for?
Yeah, we may be going down a road here that we don't want to.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't know what dads of yesteryear told their daughters to try to get them to eat their food. It's a fair question. You don't have to. Can somebody chime in and help me out here?
She says it's a son thing.
Yeah. So, Miss Wilson, do you what was told to daughters to be? I don't really remember my sisters being told anything in order for them to eat their foods.
Todd, I just sent you.
She also said she was the youngest of 9, so by the time she came along, she was never forced to do anything she didn't like.
I guess that's kind of where I was too. I was the baby of 4, so my parents were worn out and tired. And
did you get my reply, Eric?
Yeah. Gary said they had turkey and dressings to go with the gravies.
Nice.
And Allison, eat all our food, will grow big and strong. All we got was big. I don't know, Allison, you're in the military. You're probably fairly strong, I'd guess. Something to that.
See, it was eating all that food growing up.
So Jim asked another burning question here on the Play by Ear podcast. Brady, does your handle thing extend to cookies?
No, because it's a confectionery non-sticky treat. And it has the
Hang on a minute. Whoa. You said a confectionery non-sticky treat.
Yes.
Don't pretend like all of your handles are sticky.
That's right.
I've seen you leave the cheeseburger smiley face, and there's
cheeseburgers.
That edge meat and bun is just as tasty as the middle meat and bun. It's not sticky. It's not spoiled. It's not ruined.
Your fingers usually don't soil the meat because it's.
What kind of dirty digits are you carrying around with you if you can't trust to touch your food?
I work in an elementary school.
But do those same fingers not soil the cookie tip?
No, because a cookie is a baked confectionery treat that's not sticky. I can touch it with my finger.
So if it's a dish or delicacy made with sweet ingredients, you have no handles. Is that what you're saying?
The non-sticky amendment.
But that only makes sense when all of your other handles are sticky.
Thank you, Celia.
That's what I mean.
Are not.
No, French fries are not sticky. They're pointy and will impale my palate. So after I had a bad experience with that,
shape them, man. You shape them when you pinch them. You use your fingers to make them safe, to make them like a jart.
Well, you know what that gets you too, right at the top of the cranium.
A 90s jart, not a 70s jart.
Yeah, that'll get you close.
Brady, I think it's safe to say you got issues. According to Celia.
I had never heard
more than a library or Reader's Digest.
But Brady, I've never heard the sticky part of that.
Yeah, the sticky.
Again, I would understand if because I will agree with you. I hate being sticky. It's one of my least favorite things to be.
Sticky.
But I don't. But your other foods that you leave handles are not because they're sticky. That's the thing that's confusing me.
It's because they're soiled.
But your cookie is soiled.
No, because it's a non-sticky confectionery treat.
So, what about a Twix stick? Like a Twix.
Yes, that's fine. That's okay. Be it a Twick or a Twix.
A Twix. What about a Kit or the cat? Either way, it's a non-confectionery, or it's a confectionery non-sticky treat.
It's okay, especially if you're in a company with more than 2 people, because you have to eat it quickly because they will ask you to break off a piece.
All right, so there's another burning question with the Kit Kat.
Oh, here we go.
Are 2 of them kits and 2 of them cats, or does it go Kit Kat Kit Kat?
That's a good question.
And the king size wizards roar.
Not since the meme asking how what was it? What animal? How it would wear pants? And it had like the pants across all 4 legs, or the pants across the bottom half. Not since that meme have I had to think this hard, Eric. But so the options are either one is a kit and the one next to it is a cat, and then it just repeats.
Well, and that's what I would go with, because it's called a Kit Kat.
Kit.
So you can't have Kit's cats. It would have to be Kit Kat, Kit Kat.
True, and it's not called. And when you get it's not called a Kit Kat Cat.
That is correct.
But let me throw one more option.
Saying that in music.
Let me throw a third choice. Maybe each one is a kit and a cat.
Oh Lord! Now you boom.
That's how they get you.
That's exactly how they get you.
I still like Mitch Hedberg's complaint about they owe you some chocolate when you buy a Kit Kat, because they remove chocolate to write Kit Kat in the bar. So you're
valid point. Valid.
I can't think of any other candy bars that have a word written in them. Like
Hershey's. The Hershey's almond. It's like a big old billboard. It has Hershey all the way across the bar.
That's true.
But that's raised Hershey, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's dimensional. It's 3-dimensional.
Not indented Hershey. So you're actually gaining chocolate with the Hershey bar, right?
Nestle's Crunch was both. It was a bas relief. It was like it would go down, and the letter, like there was a sculpture behind it, and the letters were 3D.
It was like, but since there was raised part of it, but since there was a raised part, that means the part that went down was just the normal plane. So I think
yes.
So I can't think of another bar where there's chocolate scooped out.
So the Hershey bar is the better bargain.
Think about it. Somewhere there is a garbage bin that is nothing but little tiny pieces of chocolate that say the Kit Kat on them.
Backwards.
Chocolate stencil.
Backwards.
Backwards.
Tactic.
Now, Celia will not let this go, Brady.
Yeah.
See, I'm with you. I've known Brady for 30.
Nor pointy.
I've known Brady for 30.
It's a hot dog handle.
3 years.
That's why you don't.
And I've never heard the sticky part. I've never heard the confectionery non-sticky.
Yeah, that is a new
rule.
Wrinkle. Is that an old man wrinkle, Brady?
Wrinkle.
Or is that always been in your canon?
It's always been stress.
Canon C major.
Yes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Cookie major.
Could you imagine though if Brady, you know how like I remember, my grandpa having a spittoon, and you remember the old days when like a spittoon was literally like one of those big milk jug things. Like I don't know if you remember seeing like old fashioned spittoons, and you just imagined
the bottom and the little top.
Well, and some of them were like tabletop spittoons, but some of them were floor models, and like they were literally like 3 feet tall,
I'd like the floor model, please.
And I always imagined, first off, how gross it would have been to dump out that spittoon.
Yes.
But I just imagine somebody like Brady, when he's an old man, he has a spittoon sitting beside his rocking chair. But his spittoon is not for tobacco; it's for food handles, and he just spits them in the spittoon. And somebody's job is going to be to come and scrape out that spittoon and all of the food handles and throw them away and empty it out for him so he can start again.
So
the handle mopper.
maybe this is a topic for a future show, and I don't know why this came into my mind. How will the nurses at the nursing home talk about you?
They're going to hate Brady. They're going to hate Brady.
Yeah.
As sweet as Brady is, and as kind, he's the sweetest, kindest man I know. They're going to hate Brady. They are.
Now,
Brady, you have to admit, man, they are going to hate you. They'll love you but hate you. They'll flip coins to see who has to go and attend to Brady's food spittoon, his handle. Spittoon.
Isn't that a Cheap Trick song? The food spittoon.
So the question is, what would the list of instructions for the sub nurse for Brady's room be? Now, Mr. Liming likes his food spittoon emptied every 6 hours.
You mean his feeding tube? No, his food spittoon. he hits the spittoon once out of every 5 or 6 shots. The rest of it's just kind of seeping down the side. You'll see chunks of hot dog
strewn about.
Don't walk in there barefoot, or you'll poke your feet with French fry ends.
With a French fry javelin that you just ran through your foot. Which is why he spat it in the first place.
So Gary says the hot dog end is puckered. That counts for something as a handle.
God, we're all walking around with handles.
Au contraire, Mr. Heron. We have been calling Brady out on this for 40 years in my case.
He just threw this wrinkle at us tonight, James. This new...
It's my food governance. I can amend it at will.
Yes, there has been an amendment to Brady's edible constitution.
James, what was funny was
a living document.
Was being introduced to this as someone a little younger than these guys. They already knew about Brady's habits. And I remember the first few times I went to like a diner or a restaurant or something with him, I'm looking over at Brady's plate and I'm thinking, there's more food on his plate now than when he started. How is that possible? and then, you know, of course I didn't want to be rude. So I'm like, at this point, I didn't know Brady well enough to say, you know, what in the hell are you doing? So it was more like behind his back, like, hey, Eric and Doug and SJ, what is the deal with it? It's like, oh, that's his handles. And I'm like, oh, like it was the most normal thing ever. I mean, that was, Todd, you idiot. That's his handles.
Handles.
Yeah. No, and you were like, oh, of course, his handles.
Exactly. Why didn't I think of that? We love you, Brady.
Yes, we
Yeah.
Miss Wilson, my mom said her dad chewed and it was terrible sitting in the rumble seat behind him in the car.
Ew.
A lot of backsplash.
So then the question is, was it a convertible? And when he spat, did it like end up?
I shouldn't joke. I was a tobacco user for about 15 years. I think I've mentioned this before in the podcast, and I'm pretty sure if Celia is still listening, I'm pretty sure that at least on one occasion that she accidentally drank some tobacco spit.
And you did not end up divorced. How did that happen?
Celia, if you're still listening, is that I might be wrong. Maybe you haven't, but I know she at least dealt with a lot of bottles laying around of spit. So I was a gross individual
Celia,
at the time.
I knew you were a great woman. In my opinion of you, just went up tenfold.
But here's the thing:
did you not divorce him when you drank sputum?
Bottom. His expectorant.
So what's more grotesque? A giant pot Beside your chair where you just spit into, or a bottle laying around that you spit into?
I think
I mean,
I'd go
that's a
with the
serious
bottle.
question.
I think I'd go with the bottle.
Yeah.
It's gross. Yuck.
And the spittoon goes right in there with the same old man handkerchief. We've talked about the hanky before. I apologize if anyone's listening and you use a hanky, but I was always pretty grossed out by the idea of a hanky. Even now, it's making me want to vomit.
Vomit.
Vomit. But yeah, it's we've gotten.
Steely says the pot would be worse.
Celia, babe, did you accidentally ingest my tobacco spit at one point? Maybe I'm dreaming it.
Speaking of vomit, did you ever ingest this expectorant?
It was a nasty habit.
Josh, I drank my dad's spit during a junior high basketball.
Yeah,
I'm about ready to vomit.
Hey, Josh, I bet that put hair on your chest, didn't it?
That's how it'll get you.
Yeah, that's right. All right. I believe we've exhausted that, haven't we?
I just remember another dadism. When you belch, did you get any on you?
And an extension of said saying right there, you better clean that off your chest.
I can't share this Uncle Dennisism. The old if instead of a belch it was the other end. Your voice is different, but your breath smells the same.
Oh, I'm officially dead. Oh.
See, there's a lot of people that checked out 25 minutes ago and they missed out on that.
Oh.
God.
That's good, clean fun. That is good, clean humor right there.
I thought you were going to go, it's better to burp and taste it than flatulate and waste it. I thought that's where you were going to try to go with that. You sound like a healthy bunch.
And for the second time tonight, I'm in pain.
Everybody just mute it for a minute while we cough and gasp. Todd has water shoot through his nostrils.
This is the Iron Lung episode.
Yes, I was broken. Celia drank your spit at least twice.
Yeah, she kept count.
And you're still married. What is up with that, Celia? You're a saint. Sainthood for you. Josh thought his dad's spit was Pepsi.
Oh, man.
As fun as this is, we must get on to our game.
Yeah.
The game, one we played before, is Confident? Question mark.
Confidence is sexy.
Thank you, Jack.
Don't you think?
All right. So the object of the game is I will give you a question, and the person receiving the question will make their best guess. The other will guess higher or lower, and the one who is correct will get the point. All right. We drew lots backstage, and in honor of Todd returning to our game tonight, or our show tonight, he will go first. Todd.
Yeah.
Based on a 2018 Gallup survey, what percentage consider themselves to be vegans or vegetarians? And this is Americans aged 30 to 49.
Either way, they'll sure tell you about it.
They will indeed.
Sorry, I had to throw that out. What percentage? What was the age again?
30 to 49.
30 to 49. What percentage?
Consider
vegan or
vegetarian.
So it encompasses both.
Encompasses both.
I'm going to say 35.
35. Brady, higher or lower than 35?
Gosh, I'm sitting here in my mind. It's like I hope he makes it 20% or lower because I'm having a hard time pinning this down. I think the difference will be who claims to be and who actually is.
Okay.
I'm going to go lower.
Lower.
So are you saying that there are people that claim to be but are not? Or there are people that are but don't claim to be?
Yeah, they're honestly both.
Both.
Okay. So, Americans aged 30 to 49, as of a 2018 Gallup survey, what percentage consider themselves to be vegans or vegetarians? Todd said 35, Brady said lower, and the answer is 12%.
Ooh, I'm surprised it's that low.
So to breaking down the age groups on that same survey, and this is surprising to me, 18 to 29, 10%.
Ooh, I thought it'd be higher.
Yeah, 4% aged 50 to 64, and 5%, another surprise for me, those aged 65 or older. So the 65 and older set had more than the 50 to 64 set.
Huh.
Interesting. So, Brady gets the
Interesting.
point. Yes. All right, Brady,
See?
your question. Okay, the question is on national public holidays. How many national public holidays does Sri Lanka have in a typical year?
Well, their proximity to India will have them doing Diwali and a couple other standbys.
Of course Brady knows this.
But there is an indigenous population of Sri Lanka and a Buddhist population. I am going to go 30.
30. Todd, Sri Lankan national public holidays, higher or lower than 30?
Well, I've read a lot of books on Sri Lankan holidays.
I'll bet you have.
I'm going to say lower.
Lower. The number of Sri Lankan national holidays, by the way, it tops the list for the most public holidays in the world. Brady says 30. Todd says lower. The answer is 26.
Oh.
26.
Todd.
Cambodia topped that list at 28 until reducing to 22 days in the year 2020 to try to appeal to international investment. Guess we have too many holidays and people don't want to invest.
For them.
Sri Lanka was where the Save a Prayer video for Duran Duran was filmed, so I've been a little bit captivated by it since my youth.
Right. Todd, the oldest living land animal, still alive in 2020 in number of years. How old is it?
Can you repeat it again, please? There's some breakage going on here in my end.
Sorry. So the oldest living land animal in the world, still alive in the year 2020. Mm-hmm. How old is that oldest living land animal in number of years?
Oh my gosh. Land animal, right?
Land animal, yes.
So a turtle would it be an animal that can just live on land, or an animal that is it only on land?
Yes.
I mean,
because a turtle can live
are land only, and some are both.
Well, there's turtles and tortoises.
Well, then I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna say, is it average years?
No, this
or how old is there's one right now. The
one still alive as of 2020. I don't know, maybe dead now, but how old is the oldest living land animal? The one animal that is the oldest.
360 years old.
360 years old. Brady, higher or lower than 360 years old?
That's.
I think it's lower. And I think I know the species.
So what is the species for no extra points?
Is it a Galapagos tortoise?
It is a tortoise, yes. Gary, by the way, guessed 143 years old, and Gary is much closer than Todd was. Oldest living land animal as of 2020. How old is it? Todd said 300, and Brady said lower. The number 188
years old.
Yeah, old.
I couldn't wrap my head around that. I knew it was older than crap.
What is it?
Okay, so Jonathan the tortoise hatched in the year 1832 in the Seychelles, and Jonathan was bought for 5 rupees. I just added that.
Oh. You had me hooked, man.
Yeah, I would have believed
you could have. You sold that.
Don't you remember that commercial where you could get the foreign money and they talk about Seychelles?
Rupees.
Seychelles 10 rupees.
Yes.
For marine animals, the Greenland shark could be up to 512 years old.
Probably because it's frozen.
And immortal jellyfish might even exist. Immortal. They never die. How can they never die? Don't you have to be born?
No.
Very odd. Very odd.
Hey,
my brain is blown.
It's blown. All right, so Brady ahead 2-1. We're playing to 5, by the way. Brady. Sly Stallone. How many sequels has Sylvester Stallone been in? And this is individual movies where he is credited as an actor as of the year 2020.
$12.
Todd? Number of sequels Sylvester Stallone has been in, higher or lower than 12?
Higher, Bob.
Higher. All right. Sylvester, by the way, is the sequel king. He's been in 1 Spy Kids, 1 Guardians of the Galaxy, 2 Expendables, 2 Escape Plan, 4 Rambo, and 7 Rocky, for a total of 17 sequels.
I forget. I miscounted the Rambi.
All right. Tied at 2. Nip and tuck. Todd?
Tip and nuck.
Tip and nuck. Kit and cat. Jupiter. How long does it take to circle the sun in Earth days?
God. Boys go to Jupiter to get more stupider, apparently. Well, can you repeat the question? Because all I was thinking was that was saying about Jupiter.
How long does it take Jupiter to circle the sun in Earth days?
Gosh. Man, I'm not good at math. I'm really not good at converting to Earth days. That was sarcasm. Let's see here. Carry the 4. How many Earth days does it take for Jupiter to circle
the sun?
The sun.
Yes.
7.
7. Brady.
I did. It seems like it's something like 1,600, something like that. I'm gonna go 1,600.
Really?
Yeah.
Astrology is not my strong point.
So in other words, you're saying higher.
Yeah.
Higher, yeah.
It's
higher
than,
yeah.
Higher than 7.
Higher than 7.
Well, Todd, you were just a little bit off.
Can we play a game where like where we're asked about like Stephen King novels or things like that?
Jupiter travels over 3 billion miles around the sun, which is 5 times further than the Earth's journey. But it travels in less than half the speed, which makes a total of 4,333 Earth days. 12
Brady was way off.
12 Earth years.
See, that's what I was thinking, was Earth years. I was thinking 7 Earth years.
Exactly.
Gosh, I'm barely a 3-year-old.
3-2.
That makes a little more sense when you hear some of our humor.
Okay, Brady.
Yes.
The Arctic Circle.
Gosh.
How many countries have land within it? Not only up against it, but in it.
This game is steered towards Bree.
I'm just drawing the cards as they lay on the stack.
Knick-knack, paddywhack, I pick from the silly stack.
Yes, Gary forgot to carry the 4.
Eric, can you repeat the question?
James was way off.
Yes. Gary was closer with the 0.68 there. How many countries have land within the Arctic Circle?
$12.
12. Todd, higher or lower than 12?
I'm going to say lower.
Lower. Norway, Sweden, Finland, Russia, the United States, Canada, Denmark, and Iceland. A total of 8 countries.
I'm no expert.
So it is lower.
Fewer than 12.
See, I was counting Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, and I'm really not kidding.
See, that's how they get you.
That's how they get you. Gary said 3. Jim said 5. All right,
They were close.
So once again,
if you add Gary's and James, you would get 8, which was the right answer.
There you go. Kit and Cat, 3-3. Todd.
Yes.
Here's a question down your alley. Usain Bolt.
I know he's a runner.
Yes, he's a runner. How many strides did he take when he set the 100-meter world record?
Gosh.
How many strides did he take when he set the 100-meter world record?
Yes.
Oh, come on.
It's funny watching you two try to work this out.
Be roughly 300 feet, 330 feet. So 330 feet, a stride is probably his normal strides. So 100. 100.
100.
Lower.
Brady says lower. Gary, by the way, said 37. So, Usain Bolt, how many strides did he take when he set the 100-meter world record? Bolt's average stride was the length of 2.47 meters.
There's what the problem was. I shortened his stride, thinking that.
Forgot to shorten my stride.
Forgot to carry the 4.
Forgot to carry the 4 and divide by 2.
The other finalist averaged 45 strides, but Bolt maintained his average stride length of 2.47 meters at a high frequency. His total, 41 strides.
Yeah. See, my problem was, and I'm not joking here, I had it all figured out, but I forgot to figure his stride as being more when running than what an average like step would be, because I figured it at half of that, which would be roughly 100 strides, 80 some strides.
So you basically had him tiptoeing 100.
No, I had him a normal stride, a normal 3 feet stride. But when you think about it, if he's running, that 3 feet now turns into 6 feet for a stride.
Well, and actually his were 7.
Yeah,
almost 7. Almost 7 meters.
Yeah, I believe it or not, I tried on that one. I just was not very good at math.
All right. Brady?
Mm-hmm.
Lollapalooza, Chicago. Based on 2018 attendance.
Mm-hmm.
How many people attend each day of the festival?
38,000.
38,000. Todd, higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher. Without hesitation, says higher. Lollapalooza started in the year 1991 and is now also run in Germany, Argentina, Chile, Brazil, Sweden, and France. France.
What the hell? France.
The name Lollapalooza means extraordinarily impressive.
What the hell?
What the hell? As its attendance is extraordinarily impressive. 107,776 people.
Wow.
So,
The time.
tied at
Here
4.
comes one for all the marbles.
4.
Baby.
Gary said 110,000, so he's very close.
Nice, Gary.
All right. Todd. Home Alone. How old was Kevin McAllister when he was left at home in the first movie? I'm here.
8.
I'm here. 8. Brady?
Higher.
Higher.
I think he was 9 or 10.
Macaulay Culkin was 9 when the movie was filmed.
Was the
What was
sorry? Go ahead. Did I misunderstand the question? Was it Macaulay, the actor, or the character?
that? The character. Okay. Macaulay Culkin was 9 when filming the film. Kevin's age is only said twice, including when he tells a supermarket worker, "Ma'am,
8.
I'm 8 years old. Do you think I'd be here alone?" 8 years old is the answer. Todd, victorious.
Eked out one, a squeaker.
I can stand a chance when you get out of the science and math world.
I don't stand a chance in the math world.
5-4, Todd with the victory.
Yes, I'm gonna win.
I'm a good review.
Yeah.
Wario, the old what was that game?
Wario.
Mario
I'm
Party.
a Mario, and I'm a going to win. I need to go back to this comment, which was actually on our last topic, and we were talking about Uncle Dennis. Your voice sounds different, but your rest smells the same.
What do you think about that? Is the ultimate retort to an anal report.
You beat me to it. Miss Wilson says this is like the barking spider comment that the men and family would look for after flatulence. Well, there are many variations thereof. They could be walking across the floor. There's a creaky board in the floor.
You stepped on the duck.
Yeah, that's the Rodney Dangerfield, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stepped on a frog.
Right. And Jim, by the way, you were talking about reading a book on Sri Lankan holidays. I read a book on that. Sounds like a dad saying it does indeed.
Yeah.
All right. So once again, as we bid you adieu, visit our website, www.playbyyourpodcast.com. You can catch our audio version, which will be released Friday morning at 3 a.m. as it always is on basically any platform you can find an audio podcast on. Our bigger ones are Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Ghana for our Indian audience, which we do have a considerable Indian audience.
Bless you, folks.
Yes.
Yes. Also, this particular video will be archived on YouTube as well as Twitch
Yeah, it's Twitch.
and Facebook. And you can also find our social media links on our website to Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Gentlemen, anything else for
Gentlemen?
Gentlemen,
So we have one thing we will have to get together and then make an announcement of some sort about Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Next week's episode, I assume we'll have to discuss. It should fall before Thanksgiving, and then I know that eventually we will be going to Monday nights.
Correct.
For a little while. So we'll definitely keep you guys posted and send out the social media announcements about those changes.
Yes.
The bud signal.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Anything else?
Bingo. That's it.
All right. Todd, take us out.
Thanks for listening to the Play It By Ear podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Play It By Ear Pod 2, and our website at anchor.fm/Play It By Ear podcast. Thanks again, and join us next time as we play it by ear.